In the later stages of life, as the years pass by and the seasons change, there's a natural tendency to reflect on all that we have lived through. At 55, 65, 75, or beyond, we stand at a crossroads between what has been and what is yet to come. The relationships we've nurtured, the people we've loved, and the connections that have formed our lives have shaped us, no doubt, but they have also weighed on us in ways we might not even realize. At some point, the understanding dawns on us that letting go is not a defeat but an act of love. It's an act of love for ourselves, a powerful recognition that we deserve peace, respect, and kindness. When we allow others to walk away, to make their choices, and to show us who they truly are, we free ourselves from the weight of expectations and unmet desires. Letting go of expectations is a release, not a loss. As we grow older, we begin to understand that life rarely goes as planned. We've raised children, nurtured friendships, and invested in relationships, often with the unspoken expectation that we'll receive the same care and consideration in return. When that doesn't happen, it can feel like a betrayal, a wound that cuts deeper because it comes from those we love most. But what if we shift our perspective? What if instead of holding tightly to expectations, we release them with grace? Expectations can be heavy, especially when they are unmet. They can lead to disappointment, resentment, and a sense of loss. Letting go of these expectations can be liberating. It allows us to see people for who they truly are rather than who we hoped they would be. If your adult children don't call as often as you'd like, let them be. If a longtime friend drifts away without explanation, let them. You cannot control the actions of others, nor should you feel obligated to try. By releasing expectations, you free yourself from the emotional burden of their choices. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about giving yourself permission to prioritize your own well-being over the need for validation from others. This doesn't mean you stop caring, but it does mean you stop carrying the weight of responsibility for other people's actions. In letting go, you're choosing peace over pressure, acceptance over frustration, and self-love over self-sacrifice. Embracing self-worth. You are enough without their validation. In the rush of life, especially during the years we spend building careers, raising families, and maintaining friendships, it's easy to lose sight of our own worth. So much of our identity can become wrapped up in the roles we play: mother, father, caregiver, spouse, friend. Often, without realizing it, we start measuring our value based on how others perceive us. However, as the years pass, we come to a profound realization: you are enough exactly as you are. You don't need to be more patient, more forgiving, or more accommodating to earn someone's love or respect. If someone cannot see your worth, that is their limitation, not yours. At this stage in life, you have accumulated a lifetime of wisdom, experience, and strength. You have faced challenges and overcome them. You have loved deeply and weathered heartbreak. You have navigated the ups and downs of relationships and emerged on the other side. Your worth is not tied to the approval of others, it is inherent in who you are. Let them go if they cannot see your value. Let them walk away if they fail to appreciate the depth of your kindness, your wisdom, and your love. You deserve to be surrounded by people who recognize your worth, who uplift you, and who offer you the same respect and care that you have always given. You are not defined by the people who leave or by the relationships that end. You are defined by your own understanding of your worth, your peace, and your happiness. In letting go of those who don't see you, you make space for those who do. Boundaries as acts of love. Protecting your peace and well-being is crucial. There's a common misconception that boundaries are about keeping people out. In reality, boundaries are about protecting what matters most: your peace, your happiness, and your sense of self. As we grow older, the need for boundaries becomes even more apparent, as we realize how precious our time and energy truly are. If they push past your boundaries, let them go. If they disregard your feelings, your needs, or your well-being, it's a sign that they don't respect you as they should. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you love people any less. It means you love yourself enough to protect your peace. Think about the times in your life when you've allowed others to cross your boundaries. Maybe it was a friend who constantly asked for more than you could give, or a family member who expected you to always be available, regardless of your own needs. Perhaps it was a partner who took your kindness for granted, assuming that you'd always be there no matter how they treated you. But boundaries are not walls meant to shut people out. They are bridges meant to help others understand how to love and respect you. They are acts of love for yourself and for the relationships that matter most. Upholding your boundaries is a way of saying, I matter, my needs matter, my peace matters. If someone cannot accept your boundaries, if they continue to push against them, let them go. It's not your job to sacrifice your well-being for the sake of maintaining a relationship. You deserve to be in relationships that feel balanced, where your boundaries are honored and where your peace is valued. Reclaiming control. You are the author of your own life. One of the most empowering lessons we learn as we age is that we are in control of our own lives. For years, we may have given away our power, letting others dictate our choices, our voices, our emotions, and our sense of worth. We may have allowed guilt, fear, or obligation to keep us in relationships that drained us rather than nurtured us. But now, more than ever, it's time to reclaim that control. If they try to manipulate you, let them go. If they attempt to use guilt or fear to keep you in a relationship, let them go. You belong to no one but yourself, and you are the only one who can truly control your happiness. It can be difficult to recognize when someone is exerting control over you, especially when it's subtle. Maybe they guilt you into doing things you don't want to do, or they make you feel responsible for their happiness. Perhaps they make decisions for you without considering your feelings or desires. But here's the truth. You have the right to make your own choices. You have the right to prioritize your own happiness. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions or fixing their problems. Taking back control of your life means recognizing that you have the power to choose what's best for you, and that you don't owe anyone an explanation for those choices. If someone cannot respect your autonomy, if they try to control your decisions or your emotions, let them go. You are the author of your own story, and you have the right to write the next chapter on your terms. Forgiving yourself. Release the past, embrace the present. As we look back on our lives, it's easy to dwell on the mistakes we've made, the relationships we've lost, and the decisions we wish we could change. We may carry guilt or regret, wondering if we could have done things differently, if we could have been better, kinder, or more patient. But the past is a place of learning, not a place of living. You cannot change what has already happened, but you can choose how you move forward. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. Forgive yourself for the relationships that didn't work out, for the words you wish you could take back, and for the times you weren't at your best. You are human, and being human means being imperfect. It means making mistakes, learning from them, and growing into a better version of yourself. Self-forgiveness is not about excusing your past behavior. It's about releasing the burden of guilt and embracing the present moment. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of love, peace, and happiness despite your imperfections. Let them go, but more importantly, let go of the need to punish yourself for the past. You have lived a rich and full life, and every experience, both good and bad, has shaped you into the person you are today. Embrace that person with kindness and compassion. The joy of solitude. Finding peace in your own company. As we grow older, we often find ourselves spending more time alone. Children grow up and move away, friends may pass on, and our social circles may shrink. But solitude is not something to be feared, it is something to be embraced. In the quiet moments of solitude, you have the opportunity to connect with yourself in ways that may not have been possible in the busyness of your earlier years. You can find peace in the stillness, in the simple pleasures of life, a walk in the park, a cup of tea, the sound of birdsong. Let them go, and in doing so, rediscover the joy of your own company. You don't need to fill every moment with activity or conversation. There is beauty in the quiet, in the space where you can simply be. Solitude allows you to reflect, to breathe, to appreciate the life you've lived and the person you've become. It is a time for self-care, for nurturing your own soul, and for finding contentment within yourself. The power of acceptance. Embracing what is, not what was. As we journey through life, particularly in its later stages, there is an undeniable urge to hold on to what was. Memories of the past, both joyful and sorrowful, can linger in our minds, sometimes clouding our ability to fully embrace the present. We may find ourselves reminiscing about times when our relationships were different, when people we loved were still with us, or when we felt more in control of our lives. Nevertheless, as time moves forward, clinging to these memories can weigh us down, preventing us from living fully in the now. But what if we could embrace the present moment with acceptance and grace? What if we could stop yearning for things to return to how they once were and instead find peace in the way things are right now? Acceptance is not about giving up or surrendering to fate, it is about acknowledging reality and choosing to find peace within it. It means recognizing that life is constantly changing, that people grow and evolve, and that relationships may not always stay the same. Let them go, and let go of the need to force things to be the way they once were. Accept that people will make their choices, that situations will change, and that life, in all its unpredictability, is beyond your control. By accepting the present for what it is, rather than mourning what it once was, you open yourself to the beauty of the here and now. If a friendship has faded, accept it as a natural part of life's ebb and flow. If a loved one has passed on, honor their memory but allow yourself to continue living, finding joy in the moments you have now. Acceptance doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means letting it coexist peacefully with the present without allowing it to overshadow the life you're still living. Gratitude for what remains. Focusing on what you have, not what you've lost. As we grow older, it's easy to focus on the losses we've experienced, the people who have left, the opportunities that have passed us by, and the physical changes that come with aging. It can all feel overwhelming at times. But amidst these losses, there is also so much to be grateful for, and it is in this gratitude that we can find true peace and contentment. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to the sorrow and longing that often accompany growing older. It shifts our focus from what we no longer have to what remains, from what we've lost to what we've gained. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we are able to see the beauty and richness of our lives even in the face of challenges and change. Let them go, and in their place, cultivate gratitude for the people, experiences, and moments that remain. Perhaps a friendship has drifted apart, but in its place, you've developed a deeper bond with someone else. Perhaps your children have grown and moved away, but you now have the time and freedom to pursue passions and hobbies that were once put on hold. Maybe your body doesn't move as quickly as it once did, but it still carries you through each day, allowing you to experience the world in new and meaningful ways. Gratitude doesn't erase the pain of loss, but it does offer a different perspective, one that allows you to appreciate the gifts that life continues to offer, even in the midst of change. Take time each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. It might be something as simple as the warmth of the morning sun on your face, a good book that brings you joy, or the laughter of a grandchild. These moments of gratitude, however small, remind you that life is still filled with wonder and beauty. Gratitude also helps you shift your focus away from what you cannot control and toward what you can. You may not be able to bring back what has been lost, but you can choose to appreciate what is still here, right in front of you. Conclusion. Let them go and find yourself. Letting go is not an act of defeat, it is an act of strength, of self-love, and of freedom. It is a recognition that you are worthy of peace, respect, and happiness, and that you deserve to be surrounded by people who honor and cherish you. Let them go if they cannot meet you where you are. Let them go if they do not value your presence, your wisdom, or your love. In letting go, you free yourself from the weight of unmet expectations, and you make space for the relationships, experiences, and moments that truly matter. This is your time to live fully, to embrace the life you have, and to surround yourself with the peace, joy, and love you deserve. Take care of yourself, you've earned it. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you find these stories inspiring and motivating, please comment 1. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.